MaYHeM, I'm on that W. Why? Because that ish is good. DUBBY, W Energy will get you 10% off. TSWA will get you 10% off. All the W Energy stuff. It's good. It's got some bolts. It's got some boom. It's got some blast. It's got some bursts. And it makes me believe in myself. Also, I wear some cool ish to go along with it, and it's Cowboy Revolution apparel. I like to revolt sometimes against my Dallas Cowboys in the morning when I have AM Mayhem, and so I wear my cool gear. You can get 15% off of some of that cool gear, as long as you use those same 4 digits. TSWAA. Hey, AM Mayhem, welcome to the show. Let's go.
When I wake up in the AM and my brain is full of mayhem from the week of NFL on my mind. Before I even open X and try to send a text, gotta get it out my chest before I lose my mind. It's alright. If the D can't get a stop, the O line just can't block, and it feels like it's a waste of your time. Trying hard just to care, wanna pull out your hair. Hang with Jimmy Wednesday morning, it'll be alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright to be mad as hell.
Mad as hell at your football team when the defense is historically bad. Now, did they show up? Yeah, they did. Listen, I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to get too much into all that talk. What I do want to say is welcome to AM Mayhem with your man Jimmy J's hair. It is all right to pull out your hair when you're upset, but I don't want to be too upset right now because we won a football game. It is victory week. You know, we got to look at that. We got to talk about some victory. We got to take some jabs at some people. I got to show you my jewels later. I know where your mind's at on that one. So just stick around and find out. All Dak, all day long. I love it, love it, love it. Let's take a look at Jimmy's top 5 plays of week 7, boys and germs. This right here. Okay, I like this one just because the strength. He absolutely ripped this thing. Also, the play design. If you look at Hunter Luepke here cutting underneath, that is layered so well that the DBs there, one of them has to stay over just in case Dak throws the underneath ball. Hunter Luepke's coming across, and so when that ball comes out of Dak's hands, that last corner over there on the right has to just freeze. He doesn't know necessarily who's that ball is going to. Dak rips it for a first down. Absolute laser of a throw. Number 4 right here. When you want to talk about lasers, when you want to talk about pinpoint accuracy, when you want to talk about slowing down your route as a receiver to just everything about this. George Pickens is a beautiful, beautiful person, makes beautiful, beautiful football plays on Sunday. Javonte Williams had to sneak himself in. Whoop! Wow. We're going to watch that one more time. He snuck himself in here on the top 5 this week. Simply off of athleticism. We got a true RB1. Whoop! Oh, goodness gracious. What a jump cut. Look at George Pickens blocking downfield. That's what you love to see your receiver. Number 2, it might be my favorite play of the game. Dak hits somebody in their numbers moving forward. You can't throw a ball any better. How do you hit somebody in the chest when they're looking away from you or like in stride? And I bet George Pickens felt that hit his chest. Watch this. It just, man, my quarterback is so good right now, y'all. But this was probably the top play of the game, right? Dak rips this thing, and I'm going to slow this down for you in a second. I'm going to show you exactly what Dak does here, right, mentally, and why my quarterback is playing so well. When you watch it get slowed down here, so you're going to see CD calling for it with his hand up. I'm in the seam. Hit me in the seam. Dak sees the safety trailing George and goes, know what? If I just lead you left a little bit, if I throw you open to the left, George is going to cut that guy off. And so the DB actually gets a little hesitant here, and he sees ball. He thinks George Pickens is underthrown. Dak led CD to a wide open cut. I'm telling you, my quarterback is just playing like some lightning football right now, y'all. So really good stuff to see. Those are my top 5 plays. You can leave yours in the comments, point out some things of the game you liked. This week, guys, I want to, before we get to the next 2 subjects, Jimmy got blasted. I hopped up in Nick's space and everybody was trying to enjoy Victory Monday. And I immediately got in there with some, let's slow down, pump the brakes. 3 wide receivers were out for Jaden Daniels. We put up 17 first quarter points on them. Like there's a lot going on to where our defense kind of gets blessed by our offense. Like I said, 17 first quarter points. And so I get it. It was Victory Monday. I didn't want to rain on no parades, but you got to understand, the trade the trade deadline is coming. This offense is elite. I am going to go as maniacal as I can possibly get every single Wednesday morning and every single victory morning. Every Victory Monday, I'm not praising that victory until we have done something to help this offense. Like I said, I'm not going to give this defense they held somebody to 22. I'm not giving you no praise for that. They had 3 of their starting 3 wide receivers out of the game, and your offense put up 17 first quarter points on them boys. They knew they had to throw it to people they couldn't throw to. I'm not giving you no break for that. Yeah, you played the run well. Yeah, we spied the quarterback well. Good. Repeat that. Do it against a Cooper Kupp. Do it against some people with some weapons, okay? Do it against Cortland Sutton and crew next week. Keep doing it. Then I might be able to have me a Victory Monday. But right now, it's all maniacal Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays all through the whole week. Every day that ends with AY. Okay? Anyway, I just had to get that out of there. No more victory because I'm serious. We got to stay on Jerry's tail about this. We cannot let up and go, oh, let's celebrate. Things are changing. No, they're not, because I don't want this front office to feel like, oh, Jerry even said, I like the way we evolved as a defense. No, we didn't. We played an offense that was handicapped and getting torched by another offense on the road. That's what happened. Your defense got given a game. Let's get on with some jabs. I got to take some shots at some people. Pow! Right in the kisser. Dayball. Look at him. You mad, Dayball? Listen to me when I'm telling you how to lose a fourth quarter game, all right? You listen to me when I'm telling you I'm a coach and I know how to give up 30 points in a fourth quarter. I'm sorry. If they weren't division rivals, I probably wouldn't even care about this story. But because they're the New York little guys, I've got to roast and toast them. I'm throwing jabs at Dayball. I'm throwing jabs at that team. Now, granted, we play that team that beat them up in the fourth quarter. We do. We play the Broncos coming up. But if you didn't watch it, if you didn't know, oh boy, this Giants team was leading the fourth quarter. I believe the number was 30 points. They gave up 30 unanswered points to lose a football game. Absolutely incredible. It was 5 touchdowns. It was stupid. It was something that you do not absolutely see. It was funny because Landry and I were talking about it where we were so comfortable in the fourth quarter of our game, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want my defense to fall asleep. And I made a joke post game or toward the end of the game. I said, I got $5 says, the Washington scores the next 2 touchdowns in the next 5 minutes. Anyway, I was making a joke. Like it's something that probably wasn't going to happen. I was just trying to make fun of my lack of defense. Well, the New York Giants took what Jimmy was joking about, put it on steroids, and then turned it into reality. How do you do that? How do you give up that many points in the fourth quarter? Anyway, I won't stay on this subject too long, but I encourage you guys to go watch that. Go watch the Giants debacle and how they absolutely gave it up to Denver. And hopefully Denver thinks that they're riding high on something. Listen, Denver was whooped by the Giants for 3 quarters of football. That ought to be some encouragement, Dallas Cowboys. The Giants had basically the Denver Broncos not just beat, whipped 4 possessions plus in 3 quarters of football and then somehow lost. So get up early on this team. I've seen that Dallas was the favorites. We'll move on from that. Fan responsibly. I got to take a jab. My second jab, the looping hook this week. Last time it was some anonymous fans for wanting to trade George Pickens. This time it's any fan who is doing exactly what I prefaced this segment with. Getting too comfortable. Oh, the defense kind of turned it around, man. Look, we held somebody to 22. I don't care. What if my offense can only score 24? 22 against an offense with no wide receivers is too much. Honestly, a safety, and I will say this, my offense gave up 2 points, right? So the defense really only gave up 20. I have to call that out. I have to point that out. The defense only gave up 20. My offense gave up 2 points with a safety. So while it was a good showing, I still can't. I said it against the Jets. You've got to show me 2 times in a row, and then we went to Carolina and got embarrassed. So then we come back home and have a decent outing against 3 wide receivers that are down and yada, yada, yada. And then everybody's like, oh, cool. Now we're going to go on the road and what? Get embarrassed again? I've got no confidence that we're not. Zero. So I just want you guys to fan responsibly. And yeah, while we all celebrate Victory Monday, I want everybody to be real about what this team still needs and don't let up, because as soon as the complacency and the comfort is there in the fan base, I just feel like that leaks all the way up. If Jerry gets on the radio, like I said, and says, I really like the way we're evolved and how we're changing the offense, I will give Eberflus credit. 51-49 zone demand coverage. We pretty much split it right down the pipe in zone and man. So we are changing. We are evolving. That's good. But complacency is not okay. And as we go away from jabs here and we get into some of the jewels, we'll talk about what needs to happen in this next couple weeks till November, I believe. 4th or 5th is the trade deadline. I'm going to show you my jewels real quick. Let me show you my jewels.
Rob the jewelry store and tell them make me a grill.
Somebody rob a jewelry store and tell them make Max Crosby a Dallas Cowboys grill. Please listen, Jane Slater, I love you, sweetheart. Stop throwing the ice water when we're having a party. You're throwing ice water on us with the whole, I heard that it was just speculative and they were talking about they don't want to get rid of him. I don't care. Not about what Jane said. We absolutely love Jane Slater. I'm just saying, I don't care what the Raiders said about we don't want to trade Max Crosby. I don't care what you want to do. I don't care what the talk is about. Oh, well, I think it was just from one side. Everybody knows we're trying to. Hell, the Raiders ought to be calling us. Jerry, what is the offer? Y'all suck over there in Oakland. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. Geno Smith and Ashton Jeanty were supposed to tear that AFC up. They're not doing nothing but tearing fans' hearts apart. It's cold-blooded over there. It's a and then we've got talked about Max Crosby talking about, I want to be in Vegas for life. If he just loves the strip clubs and the casinos, I guess. I don't know. What do you want to be in Vegas for life for, Max? Can we maximize this team and make a call? Look how good he looks with Jimmy's grill in his mouth. With Jimmy's jewels, look at that. That looks like a Dallas Cowboy that's ready to come help Jadeveon Clowney and boys, Sam Williams and these guys get it done. Because the one thing we all know, the one thing this team needs, stop letting teams get first downs on 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14. We giving up first down. We gave up a 3rd and 15. Again, I know we just whooped this team, but we did give up a 3rd and 15 from their own 11. You're supposed to have that shut down. They're supposed to be punting from the end zone. Nah, they went and got points on that drive. Not with Max Crosby, you don't. 3rd and 14 on your own 11? That ball better come out quick. You don't even get to throw it for 14 yards. Your wide receivers ain't got time to go that far. We got to get one of these guys, man. The pass rush got better, but we can't sit around and let Jerry say, I like how we're evolving, and then all of a sudden November 6th go, man, we didn't evolve enough. I wish we could make a trade. Okay? So one of my jewels is Max Crosby. I would really like to get him up in this building, get him to the house. Somebody, right? Give me a Myles Garrett, give me a Max, give me a Trey Hendrickson, give me a Minkah Fitzpatrick. Give me some people, Jerry. Oh, Shoddy. Shoddy had him a redemption moment, y'all. And I'm not saying he needs one. I'm just saying the last possession we had against Carolina in that game, that man threw 3 screens and a check down. It was the worst 3 play calls I've seen us call all season long. Go watch the Carolina highlights. If you can find the full game extension, go watch the last 3 plays of our possession, and it was a 5-yard completion for a 5-yard loss, or a negative 5-yard completion. Second down, another negative 5-yard completion. Oh, we're at 3rd and 20. What should we do? Let's check it down to Javonte for 1 yard. It was the worst 3 calls. They didn't even get, once we got to the 3rd and 20, they didn't draw up any max protection. Dak had pressure in his face immediately. It was just all bad. And then our defense gives up 6.5-minute drive to ice the game. Shoddy did something this week to redeem himself. Landry and I were sitting right there, and we watched it was like 32 seconds left in the first half, and we take a sack. on first down. I look at Landry and I said, damn, man, now you just got to turn it in. You got to go to the half now. You just got to go in the locker room. You take a sack on first down. That just blew any chances of trying to go get 3 or whatever. 26 seconds, I think, on the clock shot. He says, timeout. I'm going, what? We're on like our own 18 or 20 or something. There's 26 seconds left. We just took a sack. Like, we're going to risk doing something bad to where all of a sudden they get a short field. It's like, what? Let's just turn this thing in. We got some sort of lead. Like, what? And we go score a touchdown on that play. That man said he grabbed his pair and he did this, and then he grabbed his pair and he called his team to the sideline and he said, I don't care if it's 2nd and 19 on our own 20, 2nd and two play. Okay, it was 2 plays in. Point is, we were 9 out of 10 times teams go to the half. They just decide, okay, we just took a sack, 20-something seconds left. We're going to let this run off. Let's just go. He took a timeout and said, no, let's try to move the ball. And then Dak. Whew, laced it up. It was one of the highlights, I believe. Dropped it to Pickens. And then Javonte breaks a run. We're actually lined up later. We get that big play, and then we line it up and we say, okay, we're just going to hand it to Javonte. We got one more timeout. We're going to give it to him, get this field goal lined up. We got 3. Javonte and did all that and broke a couple tackles. and he got down to the 2 or 1, you know what I mean? And then from there, Dak, we could have just taking the 3 from there. We run a play. Dak Prescott finds Jake Ferguson for his first touchdown of the game. He had 2 that game. So, good job, Shotty, to redeem yourself after the worst 3 plays consecutively in any possession that I've seen last game. You redeemed it with a less than 30-second touchdown drive from your own, it wasn't even close. So great job. Great way to redeem yourself. That's Jimmy's Jewels. I took some jabs. We had some highlights. Man, all I can do is encourage you guys to follow the story on all your socials. Make sure you're smashing the like. Subscribe to the channel if you like any of the content. We've got the lovely Slam and Sammy, the man Landry's Legend, and, of course, moi will be on Friday evening, 6 p.m., right? Are we changing it this week? I'll get confirmation from the studio. We'll let you guys know. I think it's Friday at 6 p.m. We're going to move the show, skip Thursday Night Football. So that way you guys can watch in comfort and not be like, oh, man, what do I do? Thursday Night Football's coming on, whatever. Don't worry about that. We'll move to Fridays. Until then, you might be like, Jimmy, you look a little scruffy. Fortunately, I can't shave until the trade deadline. No trade, no shave. Jerry, I need you, bro. I hate facial hair. My wife hates facial hair, Jerry. I need you to make a mother trade, Jerry, please.